Hi, it's me, Zenzale. Welcome to my channel, Zen Aesthetic. This is gonna be a weird video. I'm just gonna go right ahead and just say that up front. I'm making this video as a way to try to explain where I've been for the past few weeks, why I haven't been posting any content, for those of you who have been paying attention or care. I basically have been in a deep dive in Midjourney. Basically, I've been just, not all the time, not like 24/7, just, most days, some late nights. What is Midjourney, you might be asking yourself, if you don't already know. Listen, let me just preface this by saying, I'm not a tech person. I'm not like a person who knows HTML code writing, any of this stuff. I came to Midjourney by way of an incredible Black female artist named Nettie Beatrice. Check her out on Instagram. I found out about her through a friend of mine who introduced me to her work on Instagram. Her name is Nettie Beatrice on Instagram. It's all one word. I will put a link down below to where you can see her work. She's incredible. I'm a big art fan. I'm a fan of art. And digital art is not something that I could have ever told you that I was a fan of before. My understanding of digital art previously has come from a very different space than the way that Beatrice, or Nettie Gaskins is her real name, the way that Nettie Gaskins presents it. And her work has literally been my entry point to digital art, because to put it as simply as possible, her digital artwork, which is based on a lot of her own actual art by hand, has so much soul in it, has so much life in it. It's actually just mind-blowing. And there was a particular image that I saw on her feed that just sucked me in. It's my lock screen right now. It is so beautiful. I'll try to pull it up here so you can see it. I don't want to get into copyright ownership stuff. I just to show it to you. And this work is, well, at least she called it a new direction. It just really resonated with me on a soul level. And I just, I noticed her saying things like, oh, I put this in Midjourney, or this is what Midjourney gave me, or how interesting that Midjourney did this with the image. And I'm just like, who is Midjourney? Is this a family member? Is it a friend? Like, who is this? And so I Googled it and I saw that it was this artificial intelligence image generator. And I thought, oh, okay, this is for like fancy professional artists. It's probably really expensive and really complicated, and I'm not going to be able to afford it or figure it out. So I did further research on Midjourney, and I find out it's actually completely free. And for me, I just kind of pushed myself to learn as much as I could about how images are generated on Midjourney, which is not something that I would have done before. But I'm telling you, it's really just, it is the energy and something about Gaskin's work that it just made me be like, I'm going to figure this out. So of course I came back to YouTube and looked at Midjourney, and there's like so many videos on how to get started with Midjourney and just basic instructions about how to create images with Midjourney. It's basically text prompt descriptions that you feed into Discord, which is the server that Midjourney uses, and the AI generates these images based on whatever it is that you can think of, based on images, reference images, illustrations, photos, whatever, or just your own words, just your own imagination. It does help to know that putting in the prompt for version 4 of Midjourney gives you greater detail and more just realistic lighting, volume, all of these more complicated things. If anybody cares to know what I know about Midjourney thus far, I can do another video about how I learned about it, about some of the coding that I'm learning about, but I'm really right now in a place where I'm learning about just tweaking prompts to make things more unique based on things that I've learned. I will also put a link in the description box below of the video that I watched to learn about how to use Midjourney, how to get on there, and the one that I use that includes a Google Doc of prompts of trending images on Midjourney. That's been really helpful to me. But basically, Midjourney launched in March. The founder is a gentleman named David Holtz. I think he's in his 30s. I've read all the interviews that I could find on the internet with him and several like tech and sci-fi magazines. I find it absolutely fascinating, absolutely intriguing. At this point, there are only about 11 people on staff at Midjourney, if that can be believed. From where I'm coming at it, which is a very much Afrocentric, Afrofuturistic, very Black, very people of color lens, the work is just outstanding and imaginative, just mind-blowing. And I did read something very interesting in one of the interviews with Holtz, that Midjourney was created with imagination in mind, the human imagination in mind, and that a large percentage of people who use Midjourney are traditionally trained artists who use Midjourney to inspire them and take them in directions that they might not have gone in before and give them ideas that they might not have. Say if you have just a total blockage about something that you're working on and you just want to see a different idea, you can pull your image into Midjourney, add prompts to it, add whatever. It's just really just boundless in terms of what you can create with it. And I have, I've been on it for, I want to say almost about a month now. And there have been times where I'll be like, oh, I think I'm getting tired of this, or I think I'm going to take a break. And I always come back to it with something new. It always comes up with something fantastic. And I'm still in it. That's what I have been doing. And that's why I haven't really been posting very much here. I will pull up some images to show you because I have so many on my Midjourney board right now. Like, I've created a lot of stuff. A lot of my favorite artists are Black artists like Erin Magruder, Ken Lashley, Amy Sherald, Lorna Simpson. There is a Japanese artist who did the album covers for the Earth, Wind, and Fire albums way back in the day that are fixed in my mind from when I was a girl and I used to listen to my dad's EWF albums on the turntable. I've done some images in the style of that. And then there are some images that I just made up on my own, just, imagined, put in prompts, put in version 4, and Midjourney came up with these underwater images that I created of beautiful, bald, Black people underwater, really just stare into my soul. I am on Midjourney, by the way. My name is Zozz. It's Zozz. And I have created folders with all of my favorite work that I've generated on Midjourney. It's hard to really talk about ownership when you're dealing with something that's created in real time on a server where you can see everybody's prompts. They can see yours, they can copy yours, you can copy theirs. So there's going to be a very long standing conversation about that with regards to Midjourney for a while. I also created some images that are inspired by the incredibly detailed iron masks from Benin, and they're just sort of like floating in like a galactic space. I did those this week. Those are amazing as well. If you don't know what the masks of Benin are, just Google it, find out. They're unbelievable and very futuristic, to be honest, for having been made like, oh my God. I don't know how old the oldest Benin statue is, but they are ancient and they already look like super futuristic. So I just thought it would be a really good prompt and inspiration. And then I also have some images that I made in a folder I call Planetary Afro Retro Futurism. And yeah, I just, I'm so in love with these images, particularly of women, women makeup so far, primarily the main subject of all of my images. I just think that the AI is just so amazing at the diversity of looks, not just in the look of their faces, but in their attitudes, in their soul, in their eyes. Like, I don't know how it does it. I don't know, but I'm continually blown away. Like I'm really at a loss for words to describe like my fascination and amazement with the imagination of it. Sometimes I put in prompts for one thing that I imagine and it comes up with something very different and completely left of what I'm thinking. Sometimes it comes up with something more than I could have imagined, you know, and it goes on. Like there is no sort of like, at least so far, for me, I haven't hit a wall with it. I didn't want to go on too much at length about this since it's so very different from the content that I usually put out on my channel. This is not to say that I am done with skincare, makeup, and wig reviews, though I will say that the synthetic wig reviews on my channel are very much going down. Like I still watch releases, I still look at them, but I haven't really been feeling synthetic wigs that often. I do know that I am in the market for a new human hair wig soon, and when I get that, I will definitely review it here. Skincare and makeup, I still plan on doing content on skincare and makeup, but I've just been doing a deep dive of Midjourney right now. It's just so amazing for me as a creative to be able to imagine anything and put in text prompts and have this incredible artificial intelligence generator, like just, but I think that is about as much as I can share at this point because that's where I'm at. So yeah, again, if you are interested in learning more about my Midjourney journey, or if you are on Midjourney and want to connect there, please connect with me on Midjourney. Again, I'm Zozz, Z-O-Z-Z. And let me know in the comment section down below if you've ever heard of Midjourney, if you want to know more about it. If you're creating stuff on there, I would love to see. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do any more videos about this, but this is, like I said, my way of explaining where I have been. So I hope that this was informative. I'm sorry for anyone who's been missing out on my skincare and beauty videos, but I assure you there are more to come. And so I hope to see you in my next video soon. Bye.